Can you see my screen? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I'm Dr. Ashwin. I'm the ABSI secretary. I'll be presenting my video on SLNB and breast conservation surgery. My first video will be sentinel lymph node biopsy that we do at Manipal Hospital. So we do a single dye SLNB. It is based on ICG fluorescence. So this is the ICG oro green dye that we use. So first we dilute the 10 ml, the 25 ng in 10 ml of distilled water, and with the help of the we draw about 3 ml of the ICG, so that 3 ml is injected in the retroareolar plexus. So as you can see, we are drawing 3 ml of the ICG. And this 3 ml of ICG injected in the retroareolar plexus of SAPI. There are various methods. Some people injected in the peritumoral area, some people in the intratumoral area. But we found that injecting in the plexus of SAPI is easy, and it usually goes to the sentinel lymph node. So this is the handheld probe of the ICG fluorescence machine, and in the background you can see the ICG machine. And in real time, you can see that the dermal lymphatics are visible. The ICG dye passes from the plexus of SAPI through the dermal lymphatics, and slowly about 3 to 5 minutes, they go into the axillary lymph nodes. So you can see real time, the mapping can be done where the ICG dye passes into the axilla. So this is a special sleeve, a sterile sleeve that we use at Manipal Hospital. So this is so that we can use it intraoperatively also with sterility maintained. So here, once we mark the ICG, the area where the dye is entering into the axilla, we make about a 3 centimeter small incision, and we help of a mastoid retractor, we use it so it's convenient for the skin and the fat to be retracted. We recommend that whenever we enter into the axilla, we don't dissect too much with the monopola. For two reasons: because inadvertently we will be cutting the lymphatics, and we usually do it with the help of blunt dissection with an artery or with the scissors. So here we can see, once we cut the clavipectoral fascia, the dye which is going through the lymphatics into the axilla can be clearly seen. So we are holding the lymphatics with the forceps. So gently dissect with the help of a scissors or with the artery the lymphatics into the level 1 area of the axillary lymph nodes, and gently peel off each lymphatics away from the fat. Again, like I said, make sure that you don't cut the lymphatics, because one reason is the ICG dye can leak out and it can give a false positive result. So here you can see with the probe intraoperatively real time, you can detect the ICG fluorescent lymph node in the axilla. This is again confirmed with in the 3 phases that we use. We use a special machine, the ICG Irelic machine, which confirms the ICG which is entered into the sentinel lymph node. And gently, with the help of bipolar, we dissect the lymph node carefully all round. Make sure that you don't remove the lymph nodes in piecemeal, so that you don't leave behind any disease in the axillary fat. So we peel off the entire sentinel lymph node carefully with bipolar. Ideally, either one or at least minimum of 2 lymph nodes have to be removed, so that we get we don't get a falsely negative report. So the lymph node has been dissected from the axilla, and once we removed ex vivo, we confirm that the dye is indeed taken by the entire lymph node. Here you can see that I'm holding the lymph node, and this is the plexus of SAPI, the dermal lymphatics, and this is again confirmed. And this lymph node is then sent for frozen section. So my next video will be breast conservation surgery. So this is a lady who had a T2N0 lesion. She had a lesion which is about 2.5 into 3 centimeters, primary with a primary malignancy with ERPR positive and HER2 negative. So she wanted a breast conservation surgery, and the marking was done pre-operatively. As you can see, this lady, we planned to do a breast conservation surgery, that is wide local excision with a LICAP reconstruction. So we made the incision in the inframammary crease, extending little laterally, just over the LD. And we, just like how we perform modified radical mastectomy, we created a flap. We make sure that the flap is not too thick or too thin, with adequate counter traction being given by our assistant. And the marking of the primary preoperatively helps us a lot, because during surgery, we don't overshoot and we go too close to the nipple, and we don't violate the pillars of the nipple areola, because that's when it's not, since this, for this lady, the lesion was in the outer and the lower quadrant, it was not necessary for us to go into the nipple areola or the central quadrant. So the flap was completely, superior flap was created, and we make sure that we just reach the marking helps us to such that the flap, we don't go into the nipple complex, that like I mentioned. And now once the flap has been created, we mark the tumor. This is a good procedure to follow, because so that while inadvertently, what happens while we are operating, if we go tangentially, we end up either removing too less, or removing too much of breast tissue which is not required. So constantly give traction. The left hand is the most important part of the surgery here, to make sure that we are holding the tumor all the time. And with good Langenbach retraction, we make beveled proper breadcrumb cutting, that like Dr. Somshekhar says. All round, we clinically aim for about 1 centimeter, because although no ink tumor is the ideal margin that has been given, we try to aim for about 1 centimeter. And here you can see that we have cut all 4 directions. And now we're going to mark before cutting, removing the tumor away out of the bed. It's good to always mark the margins. So according to the universal protocol, we, for the superior end, we put a short silk, and for the lateral edge, we put a long silk, and double to the base. So this is the superior border has been marked with a short silk. The lateral margin is being marked with a long silk. So once that is done, we remove the the tumor from the breast. Here again, sometimes if it is involved, we remove the pectoral fascia, but for this patient was not required. So we just removed with 1 centimeter margin. And as you can see, this is the breast cavity. And always remember to mark the cavity with the clips, so that it helps for radiation. So this bed has been marked with 6 to 7 clips. Thank you.